Hey everyone, my name is Adam Vansant. I work at Five Plan Partners on the Portfolio Strategies team. Today, I want to talk to you about cybersecurity. So, what is cybersecurity? It's protecting and recovering networks, devices, and programs from any cyber attack. There's three different places these cyber attacks can happen at. It's on an organizational level. That includes any companies, employees, and the consumer. So, first, we'll cover organizations. And to any business owners out there, you want to make sure you have a strong relationship with your IT department. They're the ones that will be your line of defense. They can make sure you're protected. And this kind of spills over into the employee level. If you're an employee and you're using a phone, a computer, or a tablet to conduct business, make sure you're using proper software. So if you're using any video conferencing, anything like that, it might be important to make sure you're using a password. That way, not anybody can just join your video conference. Certain companies use confidential information that could be potentially compromised if the right procedures aren't followed. Now, from a consumer standpoint, any shopping that you're doing online, and yes, we have a lot of time to shop right now as we are quarantined in some places or locked down. So, when it comes to shopping, make sure that you're going to a secure website. And this brings me to my next point, a social security number. So it might be appropriate to use your social security number if you're dealing with anything, let's say on a government level or even in a hospital level, anything to that point. Now, it might not be the smartest idea to give your social to, let's say, if you're buying a new tree swing or a new deck. That information might not be pertinent and it might be a phishing type scenario. And what I mean by phishing is that company is trying to draw out your social security. So think of your social security as a door or gateway to all your personal information. If somebody has access to your social and that gateway is opened, that can lead to identity theft. And then you get in a situation where you're going to have to go to certain credit agencies to make sure they put either a freeze on your credit or a fraud alert that you can get notified whenever your credit is pulled. That brings me to my next point as well. It might not be a bad idea to keep up with your credit report. There's a way you can do this by going to annualcreditreport.com. You can pull it once a year for free. I know that a lot of banks also offer a free way to pull it monthly. So that might be a good option to look at. One experiment I want to do is I want everybody to hold up their phone and look at it. Some phones require that you put in a passcode. And notice, you'll probably see smudges on your phone. It might be a good idea to, wipe it off with a cloth before putting it in your pocket, making sure your phone is locked when you put it down in public. You never know when you're in a situation where you walk off and you might forget your phone, maybe at a restaurant or other places. Another way you can avoid this is by facial recognition. Some phones have this feature now. I think it's a lot more sophisticated in protecting you. You can also do a two password identification. When you put in your password into a website or into an application, they're going to send you a passcode to use. This gives you additional security to your phone or any website that you go to. Not all offer this, but this is a situation. If they do, it might be a good idea to take it up. The next point I want to make is don't open any emails or texts or phone calls that you don't recognize. You don't want to be in a situation where you're downloading information that could potentially put a virus on your phone or your tablet if you're texting through your tablet. Go to the manufacturer that makes it and ask them how can you be better protected? Such as when we talked about business owners earlier and working with IT departments. From an individual basis, it's never a bad thing to question a situation that you're in. If you don't feel comfortable, you can call the company and ask, are these emails or texts or anything that I'm receiving, is this normal activity? That should answer your question right away. Another way that we can use technology is even from a mail standpoint. So the United States Postal Service uses an app called Informed Delivery. They will essentially take a picture of your mail. The reason I think this might be important and useful for you in your everyday life is making sure that you're getting the mail and the bills and everything that you need on a daily basis, and that somebody isn't coming by and taking mail out of your mailbox. Lastly, I just wanted to cover some ways that Five Plan partners are using these techniques and strategies. In our everyday life, whenever we're contacting anybody about their accounts, know that your information is both encrypted And it's also, we have firewalls to protect ourselves against giving out your confidential information. In no situation will we ever give your information without your authorization. We do have checks and balances when we do talk to people, whether it's a phone call or email, that you are who you say you are. So we do have this in place at Five Plan Partners. Also know that our website, www.fiveplanpartners.com, is a secure website. One way of knowing this, and this is a little tip and trick I can tell you, is to go to the website. If you see HTTP and then you see an S following the HTTP, what this S means is secure. So this will tell you that the website that you're currently looking at is a secure website. Not all websites have this, but any that you're going to use money or currency or purchasing anything from a consumer level, this might be a good idea to look at. I hope you got some relevant information off of today's vlog. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call out or reach out to us. You can contact myself, Adam Vansant, or any of our team members. They can talk to you about things we use in our everyday life when it comes to work and good practices in business of how we use things to protect ourselves on a cybersecurity level.